Demo Jam.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark Yolton.
It's me again. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hello again. Welcome to Demo Jam. This is an awesome night of innovation. We are going to have a great night tonight. But before we get there, how was your day today? Did you have a great experience at SAP TechEd? All right. Awesome. I know you don't care, but my day was amazing. And it all began with Vishal's keynote. Vishal announced, I don't know, what, 10, a dozen different things that were just extraordinary. From HANA in the cloud to 99 cents an hour to new mobile capabilities, just an amazing set of things. And it feels like it was days ago that that keynote took place, doesn't it? But I hope you're ready for a great night tonight because we've got a lot of excitement and a lot of innovation in store for you and for all of us. As we get started, we have a tradition at TechEd and at Demo Jam. And so tonight we need to honor, and we get the privilege of honoring some very special people who deserve some recognition and appreciation. This is at the individual level. Now, those of you who were here last year, you may remember I talked a little bit about the concept of pay it forward. And this was inspired by a movie that talks about performing random acts of kindness for others and then asking those people to pay it forward by doing something nice for some other people. And the result is an exponential growth of random acts of kindness that spread across an entire community. So, through this cascade effect of people stepping forward and sharing with others, individuals can make a positive impact on many other people's lives. In our SAP community, the SAP Community Network, we have casual contributors who do this on an occasional basis from time to time. They may answer questions in discussion forums. They may comment on a blog. We have active contributors who contribute and pay it forward on a very regular basis, daily or weekly or monthly. These active contributors are sharing their knowledge and sharing their experiences so all of us can be uplifted and can increase our knowledge and our capabilities around SAP. We also have topic leaders who are the experts in a particular topic. They may be experts in CRM or NetWeaver or mobility or some other topic, but these are the topic leaders who really shine over the course of an entire year as reflected by the points that they gain and the reputation that they are conferred. And then we have SAP mentors. And the SAP mentors are the top influencers in the community. They are nominated by other members of the community, and they're the people who are seen not just as top contributors and active contributors, but who do so with an extra spirit of generosity and often with diplomacy. Now, if you look around here in the room tonight, you'll see a lot of people who are paying it forward. Active contributors, occasional contributors, top contributors, SAP mentors, and many others. The way that it shows up in our community is this. You may see someone who is showing appreciation for good quality content by rating it with a 4 or 5 stars. You may see someone engaging with a blogger with thoughtful comments to encourage the blogger to share more or to challenge their ideas or to build on those ideas. You may see someone connecting people to each other, coaching newbies to get started in SCN, or mentoring young professionals so that they can grow their careers. So the SAP community benefits from all of these acts of kindness and from the growth of collective knowledge. And the individuals who give the most get the most. We've seen many examples showing the power of paying it forward in the SAP community. Here's a few. The phrase has been referenced more than 1,000 times, including in a recent effort called Blog It Forward, which gives people a chance to share a little bit more about themselves as a community member and as an individual. Thank you, Jason Lax, for that great idea. And thank you for everybody who has blogged it forward. We also had something called the Member of the Month, and that initiative features an outstanding contributor, a networker, or a coach every month in the community, and it tends to highlight somebody we wouldn't otherwise notice. Back in June, we had a Member Appreciation Month. We encouraged members to give feedback and to show that they appreciate good content, because by showing that they appreciate that, by liking and rating content, it raises its visibility so that everybody else can see it, notice it, and gain value from it. Now, the community team at SAP constantly strives for better ways to recognize our members and to help them build their reputations, and you'll hear much more about the concept of paying it forward in the months ahead. The company SAP also pays it forward. SAP spends time and money to encourage smaller companies to nurture innovative startups. An example is the Startups Focus program. And we have a number of the Startups Focus program companies with us here in Las Vegas this week. And the team's responsibility is to identify promising startups, to develop applications on HANA, to give them access to technical resources and knowledge, and then to help them go to market with those innovations. So now I'd like to acknowledge some of those who are with us here tonight for their continued dedication to paying it forward to the community in very real ways and very consistent ways. So please join me in showing your appreciation for their extraordinary contributions as I have them join me up here on stage. So let's get started with the recognition. The first group is a loud and boisterous group. Please welcome the SAP mentors to the stage. Come on up, mentors. We are fortunate enough to have 83 mentors with us here in Las Vegas this week. There are 110 mentors on the planet, so we have a great contingent of SAP mentors. These folks are nominated by other members of the community as top contributors. They're often subject matter experts in a particular area of SAP. They are most usually SAP customers and partners, and there are a few bloggers and analysts sprinkled in and a few SAP employees sprinkled in as well. The mentors are just extraordinary, and I'm sure you've seen them around SAP TechEd. They're pretty famous within our community. Let's give a hand to the SAP mentors for the way that they pay it forward constantly. Thank you, mentors. And I'm going to have the mentors stay with me. Some of the mentors are the top contributors in specific topic categories, so I want them to congratulate each other if they're topic leaders, but also to congratulate anybody who isn't a mentor who is a topic leader. So these are the topic leaders who, since last year's TechEd, are among the top 3 experts in one of about 50 subject areas in the entire ecosystem, as shown in the SAP Community Network. So the first one, Michelle Crapo in the ABAP development category. Where's Michelle? She's up here somewhere. We don't see her. Okay, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. In absentia. The next topic leader, Greg Chase in the business process expert category. Greg, where are you? Missing 2, very suspicious. No, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Third topic leader, Dick Hirsch, in both the cloud computing and the technologies categories. Congratulations to Richard Hirsch. Another topic leader, Sven Deniken, in cloud computing. Come on up, Sven. Congratulations. Next one, Tomasz Kreutzel in the databases and OS platforms category. Where is he? Congratulations. I almost got his pronunciation right. And Ingo Zauertzapf in the developer center category. Ingo, where's Ingo? I think he's presenting at Demo Jam, so he's probably backstage. Chris Scott in the Eco Hub category. Chris Scott. Awesome. Congratulations, thank you. Tobias Hoffman in the Enterprise Portal category. Congratulations. I know she's here. Tammy Powlis in 2 categories, both the general and the business objects categories. Congratulations. Apparently popular. Next, Melia Gillespie in the mobile infrastructure category. Come on up, Melia. Congratulations. Stay away from this group. They're... Next, Enrique Pinto in the Brazilian Portuguese category. Enrique. Congratulations. Thank you. The best name and the worst nickname, Alvara Tejada Galindo in the scripting languages category. His nickname is Blag. It's not as musical as Alvara Tejada Galindo. And Eduardo Rezende in the Spanish category. Is Eduardo here? Thank you. Another top contributor, Thomas Young of WebDinpro. A ridiculously popular mentor, Daniel Graverson in Web Services category. Daniel. Do we see him? Thank you, Daniel. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for all of these members who pay it forward on a regular basis in the SAP community. And now you have to forgive us because we're going to try to take a picture, so give us a minute. Okay, so front row's got to go down on a knee. Everybody's got to squish in. Tell us what we need to do. I'm going to go in the middle somewhere, but try to not cover somebody up. Can I do that? Can I do this? Okay, I'll lay in front. Okay, I'll lay in front. Contributors. Careful. Go down the steps so you don't fall. Rising up back on the street. So as the mentors and the top contributors go back to their seats, I just want to remind you one last time. Let's set a challenge to pay it forward this week while we're here at TechEd. Get into a good habit. While we're here, we can make connections. That's good. If you know somebody who has a business problem that they're trying to solve or a technology problem that they're trying to solve, please try to connect them with an expert who might be able to help. If you find somebody who has yet to make their first community contribution in SCN, encourage and coach them so that they can make that first valuable and important step. For yourself, you might set a goal to become a top contributor, move from bronze to silver to gold to platinum by contributing on a regular basis. If you have questions about any of this, you can come to the clubhouse on the show floor and meet the community staff. That's there. It's your time to ask them questions about how you could become involved, what would be more appropriate, how you can become engaged, how you can become part of this wonderful SAP family. And if you haven't done it yet, I encourage you to blog it forward. It's an easy way to tell a little story about yourself, give a little bit of background about yourself, and share it with the rest of the community as a self-introduction. It doesn't take grand gestures. Small individual actions multiplied by hundreds or even thousands of us. There's 6,000 of us here. We can make a tremendous impact for good just by doing small things, but doing them on a grand scale. And now, to get us started for the big event of the evening, several individuals and several teams will pay it forward by sharing their ingenuity and their inventiveness with us here tonight. So let's shine a spotlight on innovation. Let's demo jam.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ian Kimball.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SAP Demo Jam 2012. And we have a show for you today. We have got some of the most impressive demos I've seen ever at a TechEd. We also have some very interesting contributors. We have actually the youngest demo jammers that we've ever had on stage. So it's going to be a really interesting show. So to start off with, we heard this morning from Vishal. We heard about all of that good stuff. We heard about new user interfaces. We heard about mobility. We heard about the NetWeaver in the cloud. We've heard about analytics. And of course, we've heard about SAP HANA. And everything you saw today in that keynote, you will see live today on this stage. Okay? We're going to see it live today on this stage in the most amazing ways we're going to do it. For those of you who have never been to a SAP TechEd Demo Jam before, the rules are very simple. We have 6 demos. Each demo has 6 minutes to present their demonstration here on stage. They are not allowed PowerPoints. They are not allowed marketing speak, Amazon. They are just showing real code and real demos here up on stage. And of course, we've got prizes left, right, and center. We'll start off, obviously, with the pièce de résistance, this lovely fish bowl over here, as you can see. This is what we're playing for. We're playing to have your name engraved on this delightful fish bowl. It's very heavy and very wobbly, so I'm not going to touch it. We've got prizes here in the audience. We've got a few hats we can give out here, left, right, and center. There'll be more hats coming out later on, T-shirts and various other stuff that you can actually then play for in there. And of course, we have an iPod Touch to win. If you want to win that, you just go to the back of the stage and drop your business card in one of the bowls at the end there. Of course, what we're also going to do then, how the voting will work is very important. What will happen is after all of the 6 different teams have presented, we'll line them up here, and then we'll be using the SAP clapometer to measure your applause to see how good they are. Okay. And also, don't forget, if any of these demos are particularly interesting for you, we have Meet the Expert session. And here you can see then, we'll put this up again at the end, so you can see when we're going to then, you can go and meet the experts. So, without further ado, we're going to go into the first demo. Now, this first demo actually is not competing. This first demo is a bit of a rehearsal. We've got to check the lights. We've got to check the network, the sound. We've got to check the introductions as well, I do. So I'll start off with the introductions. We have 2 people on stage. Sebastian. Lovely Sebastian is 31 3/4 years old. And when he grows up, he wants to be an astronaut. Tobias has just turned 30. He's just grown a beard because he says he doesn't want to be carded in bars anymore. So, as I said, Sebastian and Tobias are actually Demo Jam experts. They've been here 3 years ago. They came here and won Demo Jam with a demo all about beer. That's strange. I wonder why they won that one. 2 years ago, they won with a product called Easy SAP, I think it was called, and that's the foundation of what they're going to show today.
We didn't win. We actually failed on stage.
Okay, you failed on stage. That's right. Okay, well, okay. If you want to admit this is a failure, and so, hey, your words, not mine. And remember, what happens at TechEd in Vegas stays in Vegas, unless, of course, it's been broadcast live over the web. But anyway, we heard from Vishal this morning about personas. And you probably remember in his keynote, he was talking about beautifying and making the already superb SAP user interface that you all know and love, and make it even better. Is that possible? I hear you scream. Well, actually, it might be. Now, SAP Screen Personas as the product is called. It's a product. It will be released in December. As I said, this is just a warm-up act, and you'll see the qualities of the demo that's coming up. So, Tobias and Sebastian, you have 6 minutes on the clock. We put 6 minutes. They will be shut off after 6 minutes. And are you ready, gentlemen?
Sure.
In that case, let's roll SAP TechEd Demo Jam 2012. Off you go, guys.
Good evening, everyone. Over the last 12 months, the Imagineering team worked together with several customers on a co-innovation project in which our main goal was to create a product that allows each customer to tailor their SAP screens to their specific needs. We had 2 major goals. Number 1, a consumer-grade experience. And number 2, every customer, or even more precisely, every department at every customer, should be able to create their specific flavors of the screens they are using on the daily basis. So let's have a look at the SAP Easy Access screen.
So when we actually started finding out what we will actually build, we worked with Varian Medical on that and started interviewing them and finding out what they actually liked and didn't like about our screens. And we started off with that screen because it's the first one that comes up. And it turns out this screen is actually not exactly too helpful to them, though well-intentioned. You would need to know the transaction code, or you would need to drill down through the tab or tree to actually find the transaction you're looking for. They wanted something that was more a call to action and targeted at the individual users. So we introduced the concept of flavors that you could actually switch and apply to the screen. So this is a flavor that we created from that exact same screen for somebody working in finance administration at Varian Medical. So you can see, being an astronaut when I grow up, we were actually focused around this being real, not rocket science. So we tried to put in little images, changing colors, making it a little more pretty. And then let me just switch over to a flavor that we create for somebody working in contract administration. The idea here is that with the click of only this one button, we can actually launch into the sales order display transaction, that's VA03, and actually already look at the screen that we see here in a cleaned up version. So those of you who know the screen, it has actually about a handful of tabs and huge tables in it.
So let's step back here for a second and talk about the technology behind the scenes. So first of all, we have taken the Internet Transaction Server and created an interface for the ITS that allows us to extract the screen definitions to the front-end application. In addition, we are also able to control the screen that is currently rendered. On top of this, we have built an application running in the browser that gets the definition and then renders it back to the end user, as you have just seen. In between, we have added another layer on client side, which allows us to modify the properties of each of these controls. So for example, we can take a specific button and make it blue. These changes are done on client side, but are stored as well on server side. Last but not least, we put what you see is what you get editor on top of it. And our goal was that everybody can use it, not just the developer. And to prove this point, I would now like to invite a special guest on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senior Vice President, Head of SAP Imagineering, and Tobias and Sebastian's boss, Dennis Brown.
Thanks for joining us on stage, Dennis. Good luck.
Good luck.
So for those of you who are wondering, we actually didn't give him a mic because he would ramble on and on.
So what Dennis is doing now, he is switching personas into edit mode. He is clearly indicating this by having a blue bar on top of the screen, the edit bar. He starts now selecting all the controls on the screen that he doesn't use and just removes them because he never used them. Then he starts to look at the buttons that he uses more often, but he thinks there should be a more specific label so that he doesn't forget what they're actually doing. Having done this, he takes all the buttons and the OK code fields that he already needs and puts it into the center of the screen, in the center of his attention, and also removes the last toolbar because he doesn't need it. So the screen is already clean, but I wouldn't call it beautiful yet. And before Dennis starts making it beautiful, as we have scripted it actually, he will start to add the launch button to the screen, which will bring him directly into a transaction that he uses quite often, the PA40 transaction. Having done this, he finally makes the screen hopefully more beautiful. And I see that he shows us to add a background picture to the screen. And in a moment, you should see a wonderful, nice background picture. And now Dennis will start to move the buttons around, the OK code fit around, so that it really fits the screen that he would like to use. So as you see, these are the typical skills that a PowerPoint user has. You don't need to do any development. You just drag and drop stuff. You resize it. So that's own skills you need here. But to be fair, since I will get problems with Dennis if I'm not saying it, Dennis has actually development skills. He developed already code in the early 80s at a time when I was still at kindergarten. So it looks like that Dennis is nearly done with his screen, so he resizes now the last button. And let's see what he's doing now. He selects the two buttons on the right side and hopefully gives them a nice color, a nicer SAP-ish blue, and also changes the foreground color to white. And he will do the same to the launch button over there. Here he shows us to only have the outer side blue and the button is white. And he's saving it, exit done. Dennis has created his own screen. Thanks a lot, Dennis. But
Thank you.
Don't clap your. I think Sebastian has a surprise for you.
So if we switch over to this managerial Windows 8 tablet device that we can see here, you actually see that the flavor that Dennis just created already made its way to his tablet device. And if we tap that button, that mystical PA40 button, we actually see that it takes us to an HR transaction, which Dennis hopefully uses to give us a raise. But we know that PA40 is really a hard transaction. So in the interest of making this really easy for Dennis, we actually went all out and did all the extra effort of making this really, really simple for you. So we hope that there's nothing in your way of giving us a raise now. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, Dennis.
OK, stay on stage, guys. Sebastian, Tobias, stay on stage for a sec. OK, what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to test out the clapometer. OK, we need to calibrate it. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to count to 3, and then I want you to give an applause for that demo. 3, 2, 1, clap. And you can see on each side of the screen the clapometer here. Oh, look, that's a good effect. Look, see, I'm actually pointing at it. Very, very good. SAP technology at its best. OK, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, that is SAP Screen Personas developed by SAP Imagineering. It will be available to everybody at the beginning of December. And I think you can see the power that it will give you. All of the information is stored centrally, so you can log on from anywhere and you will get all of that. And it's available, as I said, and it's a really exciting product. The second thing I would like to do is the guys in the back, if I could ask you to be a bit quieter, please, because they are getting a lot of echo of you chatting in the back. So if I could ask, if you're not interested in SAP Demo Jam, which I don't understand why that would be, if I could ask you to go out into the corridor and continue your chats over there, it would be very much appreciated by both the presenters and the audience here. Thank you very much. OK, so as I mentioned, that was just a warm-up. OK, so wow, if that was a warm-up, what are the rest of the demos going to be like? So now we're going to start off with the actual contestants. So these will be the people that you'll be voting for at the end of the session. And the first one here is a joint effort between Cooper Tires and Accenture. Now, many of you probably know Cooper Tires. They have over 500 outlets throughout the US. And they've got a very simple business problem. If they are talking to their distributors, their 500 distributors, let's just say not all of those distributors are computer experts. So the question was, with their new portal implementation, how could we make it really easy for those distributors to get documents and objects very quickly from Cooper Tires? And we're going to see the solution that's going to be done now. It's secure, zero footprint, and it'll be productive next year. So before we start, once again, people at the back, I would really appreciate it if you could be quiet during the demos. Feel free to talk over me, that's my job, but for the sake of the actual demoist, we'd really appreciate it if you could keep the noise down. Okay, so with 6 minutes on the clock, here we go. Are you ready, gentlemen?
Ready. Yes, we are.
Off you go.
Hi, my name is Kenton Hankins. I'm a user experience designer at Accenture. This is Jim. He's a developer at Cooper Tire, and we're implementing a global enterprise portal powered by SAP NetWeaver Portal.
Thanks, Kenton, for the introduction. As Kenton said, my name is Jim Zerniak, and I work at Cooper Tire. And I'm also working on our portal implementation project. And it was during this project that we were faced with a significant business challenge, and that was to come up with a better way for our sales force to share data with our customers seamlessly and in real time.
To address that challenge, we created a new piece of technology that we like to call Singularity. And Singularity is a web-based solution that allows us to seamlessly and quickly share information. And what makes Singularity really unique and powerful is the fact that we can do it across devices, regardless of form factor. So we can send iPad to iPad, which is what we're going to show you today here in a minute. We can send laptop to iPad, iPad to Android. You name it, we can send data to it as long as you have access to the internet and a web browser. So what we've done here is we've prepared a couple demos for you guys. So we have 2 iPads running up here. I have one, Jim has one on the left-hand side. And we're going to start sending information across. And this is very intuitive how you do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a hold of a simple piece of information, in this case, an image. So I'm going to grab a hold of it and simply drag it over, and it's going to come across.
And look at that, my favorite company, too.
Oh, awesome. But let's step it up a notch here. Let's send something that's a little bit more complex and something that we're all familiar with. Say an SAP TechEd schedule. So this is just a PDF, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I have a little handle here at the bottom of my screen, and I'm going to grab it and just send it on over to Jim.
And as you can see, very fast.
So let's step it up even more, Jim. Let's try to send something that's really big and really complex. Say a whole SAP module. And let's try to send SAP e-commerce. And this also highlights another really unique feature about Singularity. And that is it's 100% integrated with portal security. So if I don't have the role to actually view something, it's going to ask me to either log in or I won't be able to send it. And if I send something to Jim, it's going to look for his security and test it, and if he can have access to it, it will log him in. So I'm actually logging into the portal right now, and I don't have access to e-commerce. However, Jim does. So let's take a look and see what happens when I slide it over.
Now what you'll see as Kenton sends this over to me is you can see that this iframe has come over, but in a moment, it's going to load up into our home screen of our e-commerce site. And from here, I can access my e-commerce site, find status of deliveries, search the catalog, anything I need to do to help a customer.
So before we move on to the next demo, I'd like to give you guys a little bit more information about how Singularity works and how it's built. Singularity was built with Node.js, a JavaScript real-time framework that allows us to send messages in real time. And the messages that we're sending are just pieces of JSON. And if you'd like to know more about how we built this and how we're sending it, come see us at the clubhouse tomorrow. So let's move on to our next demo, Jim.
OK, follow me as we do a hypothetical here. Let's pretend for a moment that I'm a customer of Cooper Tire. Kenton here is my sales guy. Now let's pretend I'm on vacation right now, so I don't have access to the internet. I can't log into the portal. I can't view deliveries. But say I need to find the status of a delivery that's due at my facility in, say, a couple days. So my only option is to pick up my trusty cell phone and call Kenton.
So before Jim calls me, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys our portal, and I'm going to log into our portal. So when I log in here, we're going to see our NetWeaver portal, and I'm going to select a particular customer. In this case, I'm going to select a different customer, because I'm a busy sales guy, and I have lots of customers, and I want to make sure I'm getting all my big, healthy commissions. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I'm putting an order in for tires for another company that's not Jim's. So I have the order page up here, and then you'll also notice at the top we have a completely different customer number that's not going to be Jim's. So Jim's going to call me here in a second, and you're going to see this change to go back to the home screen and also our customer number at the top.
So as you can see, I'm dialing Kenton's number right now. And hopefully AT&T agrees with us here.
We'll find out. All right. Looks like we have some signal. Let's see if it's coming. Are we ringing yet, Jim?
We are ringing.
Oh, we got forwarded a voice. Let's try it again.
Let's try that again. We'll try to get AT&T to cooperate here.
So while Jim's dialing up, you can see our order page, and we actually have jQuery integrated all through the portal, which is another cool thing, and it also plays into how Singularity is built. Here's Jim's call right now. So as soon as I answered it, you'll notice that the portal updated to all of Jim's information. And this allows me to answer all of Jim's questions right away without having to go look for information throughout the portal. So I can simply tell Jim when that delivery is coming or tell him when the next order is. And I can even tell him which exact customer support rep to talk to. So thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to show you this demo. This is some great and disruptive technology that we love talking about. I'm sure you all can think of ways how you can use it. And we hope to see you tomorrow at the clubhouse. Thank you.
Vote for us.
Well done. Vote for us.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Cooper Tires and Accenture using some amazing technology to link in their portal, CRM, ERP system, everything together, and you see the result, real business benefit. Now, as I mentioned, we have today the youngest participants we've ever had at an SAP TechEd demo jam. And we have over here perhaps a little unfair advantage, but we have Nicola, aged 11, and Angelo, aged 13, from Roberto Clemente Middle School. And they are part of the SAP Lego League. And the SAP Lego League, as you may know, we sponsor this. And part of that, you have to program a Lego model, and you have to do a presentation about something. And these guys thought about it, and they thought, well, what's something common that we all do? We all eat. Well, I do anyway, like those ice creams at the back. And obviously, though, do we always know what we're eating? Well, that was the question they did, and they've developed an amazing solution called Food Agent to help people understand what they're eating. Is it contaminated? Is it good stuff? Is it bad stuff? So, guys, are you ready?
Yeah. Yep.
You are ready? Okay. We're going to put 6 minutes on the clock. They won't be treated with any special concerns at all. And off you go.
Hello, everybody. We're the Germantown SAP droids from Germantown, Maryland. I'm Angelo Castro.
And I'm Nicola Bora. Our fellow teammate, Jordan Cassis, is over there. Hi, Jordan. Today, we're going to show you Food Agent. Consumers want to be informed while they are shopping. Many times, there is information that the consumers would like to know, but the manufacturers do not want to tell them. Today, we will show you a solution that we created while researching food safety in the first LEGO League.
The solution we created is Food Agent. We developed the Food Agent application using Xcode. Food Agent allows the user to scan the barcodes of the items that they want to buy and retrieve food safety information. Let's say I'm shopping at my local supermarket and I want to buy some apples. So but I've heard about a listeria outbreak and I'm not sure about which brands to trust. So I take my apple, scan it. Food Agent uses an open source ZBAR scanning library to scan the barcode. Once we have the barcode scanned, the item is looked up in the Food Agent database, where I can now see the results in Food Agent. I can see that this is an apple made by Bob's Apples in Germantown, Maryland. I can also see where the ingredients came from, but since it is produce, it doesn't have any ingredients. Let's say also. Let's say I also want to buy some avocados, but I'm still unsure because of the listeria outbreak. So I scan the avocados. And I get the data, but immediately I see an alert view telling me that this item has a potential contamination. So if I zoom out, I can see that this isn't contaminated by listeria, but by now, food agents show me that this item may not be the safest for me to buy and that I may want to choose something else. Now I will go to Nicola, who will discuss how we connected Food Agent to the database and how we made our website. Over to you, Nicola.
The iPhone app connects to our JSP REST servlet running on SAP NetWeaver Cloud. We use JPA to model and create the database for food items, ingredients, and hazards. As you can see, this is our JPA model with entities product, ingredient, and hazard. The servlet reads from the JPA database and communicates the data to the iPhone app using JSON. We also have an online version of the app available that consumers can access from home or in any web browser. This online version uses SAP UI5 to display the data. I can read the same product details in a browser as I could in the app. This is the access point for the data. I can search for items using keywords. If I search for Apple, I can see that I get the same results as Angelo. The same product details, who made it and where, is available. Google Maps integration also allows me to see where the food was made and where the ingredients came from. If I now search for the avocados, which I apparently don't know how to spell. Oh, it's avocado. I can see that this item has a potential safety hazard, and I may want to choose something else. Over to you, Angelo.
We thought that providing this information would be a real help to shoppers. We've also noticed how some stores provide their customers with scanners to make a quick and speedy checkout. So we thought, why not add this convenience to Food Agent? We simulated a point of sale using the SAP Cloud and have added the checkout feature to Food Agent. So I scan my item like I did before. Get the data, and once it's finished loading, make sure it's safe, and then select Add to Shopping Cart. Then I can go scan another item. Pretend this is another item. Load the data, and then add it to my shopping cart. And when I'm finished shopping, I can see I go to the shopping cart page, and I can see how many items that I scanned and added, and I can see the total amount at the bottom. Or then I could select checkout, and the items are paid for, and I can leave the store and avoid standing in line for 30 minutes. How convenient. And if anyone from SAP Retail would like to offer us a scholarship, we could talk after the presentation.
So, ladies and gentlemen, proving that programming SAP is really child's play, obviously. Here you go, guys. Here's some T-shirts, one for each of you, and some lovely shirts as well as a thank you to say, well done, excellent job. So let's hear it for the team from Germantown. Well done, guys. Off we go. As you see, and they coded all of that themselves. I don't know if you noticed, as Nicola was going through the code, there was comments in there like, icon equals ah! So as I said, you can tell that these guys really did program it. What a fabulous job they've done. Tough act to follow, eh?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, but let's follow it anyway. So, obviously, it's estimated that inside 28% of all businesses, there is some sort of sabotage inside the business itself. Now, that's a very sobering thought. And one of the problems is with, obviously, if you're trying to look for threats inside your organization, is coordinating massive quantities of data. You might have HR data, physical location data, all sorts of additional data is actually required to do that. Now, how can you bring all of that complex information together and in real time actually make a decision about whether or not there's a really verifiable threat? Well, let me think. Well, we have some technology called SAP HANA, which may help in this. And what these guys from Alert Enterprise have done have actually utilized SAP HANA to look at just this problem. Remember, 28% of all businesses have had some sort of sabotage threat taken care of it. So how can we solve that, guys? You have 6 minutes to tell us. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Yep. And off you go.
Thank you, Ian. And let's hear it for Roberto Clemente Middle School. Those guys are great.
Woo!
All right. So what I want to do tonight is share with you the work we've been doing with a top 10 U.S. airport to do what Ian just said, identify threats from insiders. And this really couldn't be done until we coupled Alert Enterprise security solution with the SAP HANA solution, because it involves collecting, analyzing, and correlating huge amounts of data. So what I want to do first off is talk a little bit about our setup up here. We actually have a full airport. We have
two access card readers.
Two access card readers to represent, and actually we put in cards to open doors. We've got the video management system. We've got a camera here. We've got our Alert Enterprise Security Console here that's residing in the Security Operations Control Center. We've got connections to back-end systems like SAP HR and others. And what we're going to do in this scenario, Srini, my colleague here, is going to be a heating, air conditioning engineer. Doesn't sound very risky, does it? But when that control room that controls all the heating and air conditioning for a data center goes down, you threaten the whole entire airport operation. Now, Srini is going to go in and he's going to access two doors. First, the lobby to the building where the data center is. He's going to go ahead and swipe his badge. Now, nothing really happened, not that exciting. I, as a security person, don't really care. He's an employee, he's a maintenance person, he swipes into a building where some work should be done. No problem, he gets access to the building. But he goes to the door that gives access to the control room, where all the controls are, where he's going to intends to do some work. And he's going to swipe the card. And as the security person, I don't want us to have to sit and think about things. I want to assess threats and risk in an automated way. We've got an alert. We can see here that we can use geospatial information to drill into, to understand where that room is, where that door is. We can pop up information about that particular facility, who badged in when. We also get an alert generated that we can go look at and drill down into. Now, what you see in this whole console is a whole wide range of information, from information about what that risk is. We can actually tie into video management systems and automatically, for the security team, give them all the information they need to assess that alert in that situation. We can see Srini trying to access that door. We can see his history of access there. We can also drill in and get a better understanding of specifically why this alert was generated. And here is what we've really done, an amazing job with SAP HANA in being able to gather huge amounts of data. So that risk score was generated dynamically. It involved knowing that Srini actually is a daytime worker, but he's tried to badge in at 2 a.m. at night, non-shift hours. Now he has access to that space, but why would he be badging in at 2 a.m. in the morning when he's a day shift worker? It also will represent information from work management and work order systems. We actually correlated the information for outstanding work orders on that control room. There were none. We also pulled into the HR database to understand who this person, Srini Kakare, is, and we found that in fact, while he's been a great, great employee for years, lately there's been some issues. His manager reports he's been confrontational. He still works here, but there's some issues. That represents a large amount of data, very disparate data, hard to assess data singularly. And what we've done with our risk analytics engine and SAP HANA is be able to gather that information in real time. Now the key here is preventing the events, not reacting to them. Lots of security folks will go ahead. Oh, I'm getting a call here, hang on. And that's not part of the demo. Okay, we're going to wait for the call that is part of the demo. That was my daughter. Okay, very interesting. Welcome to live demos. It is so fun. But I better hurry up here. So what Srini's doing here is drilling down and basically showing you the idea that we can provide people who have to respond to security events all the information that they need. We can do the real-time predictive risk analysis that helps us, as I said earlier, prevent the loss of life, the loss of significant assets, significant financial loss, disruption of operations. Yes, everybody has the ability to dispatch security personnel to an event after the fact. We're trying to move that onto an environment. My daughter keeps calling me.
No, it's me.
Why don't you call me, Srini? He's going to call me. One of the steps we do here that we can do as a dispatch person is call people and give them notifications and dispatch them to the scene in a way to prevent additional damage. And this is an example of being able to call out. He's going to give me a call. This is the right call. Let me answer it. Hello?
Critical HD, ASA control room being accessed by an high-risk employee Srini without work order. Press 1 to mark.
There we go. All right, real-time alerting. Srini, because of the real-time analytics capability, didn't get access. Srini, because, stop. So that is it. That is the power of SAP HANA Alert Enterprise, the ability to prevent threats. And I want to ask, audience participation time. Who wants Srini in handcuffs? Anybody want Srini in handcuffs?
Don't worry, we'll spring. Excellent job, guys. So as you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, a threat problem very easily solved. And thank you very much, gentlemen. So now for our next demo, we've actually got a few little technical issues going on at the moment now. So what we're going to do is we're going to spring over that one, and we're going to start with the next demo, which is on this side, which is the winner of the InnoJam 2012. So for those of you unfamiliar with the InnoJam, it is basically 7 teams got together. They had 36 hours, and you can see here some picture of what was going on here. Look, there's even a picture of me there. I don't know what I'm doing. It looks very important. But what they did is they had 36 hours to come up with the solution. So starting literally from nothing to coming up to the solution that you're going to see here tonight. And it's an amazing solution. They've basically used HANA, predictive analytics, mobile, all sorts of things to help the healthcare industry. And they've got a scenario where a nurse is going out, how a nurse can be helped in her day-to-day when she's visiting patients, and secondly, how that information can be used to help the patient and the overall healthcare. More information is available at developers.sap.com about the Demo Jam. Both guys are from Brazil, so they didn't know each other before they got here, but obviously they'll be celebrating Carnival if they win today. So without further ado, we're going to have a look at Nurse Assist. We have 6 minutes on the clock. Are you ready, gentlemen?
Yes, we are.
In that case, off you go.
Thank you, Ian. As you can see, we did nothing but have fun for the last 36 hours. Well, we actually had fun, but we also built an application that we believe is very marketable could resolve a real problem that people have out there. And what we did is we set out to build an application that would improve the quality and reduce the cost of the services provided by the healthcare professionals in home care. So the 3 points that we wanted to address are, first of all, we wanted to make sure that the health professional spent more time looking after the patient and less time figuring out what to do, running around, and planning their day. And by the way, I didn't say that, but my name is Renato Silva, and I work for BI Group, and I live in Australia, in Melbourne. And this is my partner in crime.
Hi, I'm Lino Maggi. I'm from pre-sales, SAP Brazil, and I live in São Paulo.
And as I was saying about the application, thank you. As I was saying about the application, the 3 areas. First, the healthcare professional is spending more time looking after the patient. And the second point is for the person receiving the care to receive the care that they actually need to receive. And the third point that was very important for us is making sure that our application, the mobile part of that application, actually works in the devices that we have out there. Because the healthcare professional could have anything. They could have an Android device like this one, which actually has the application running right now. They could have a BlackBerry, and they could have an iPhone, or they could have other devices. So we have actually tested the application in those 3 types of devices. So let's imagine I am a nurse starting my day, and I go to Nurse Assist, which is the mobile portion of the application, and I want to see what my schedule has for me for the day.
Oh. The Elmo, please.
That's it.
Great. Got it.
So I click on My Day, and my day will go back to the server, which is running HANA, and gives me a list of all the tasks that I have to do. Most importantly, the patients that I have to see for that day. So let's say I decide to go, I have to go see Mrs. Vu. So when I go to see Mrs. Vu, I have a treatment plan. And that treatment plan has all the tasks that I have to perform. Now imagine, it's the first time that I go see Mrs. Vu. I don't know what she actually needs. So I have the list there of what I have to do. Now let's say I'm running late, and I'm going to be really late. So as the system learns my feedback and knows that I'm running late, that I did my work after I should have, we could run a reschedule. And that reschedule would take into account that I am running late, but that could be someone else who could cover for me. And that person is included in the schedule, and they receive in their refresh schedule the application, the inclusion of Mrs. Vu. Now, on the other hand, I am still trying to go to my next appointment somewhere I've never been to. So I can use the navigator portion of the application to actually take me there. Another part of the application that I can also use is as I look at a new patient, and we're now swapping devices. So to show to you we're not lying, we actually can run the application in other devices. On my iPad now, I look at information about a certain patient that I'm about to see. So I can go and run this report, which was built in Zen, which is now called Business Objects Application Designer, which will be made generally available in November this year. So that application is made available, well, that report runs and I can get that information. I wanted Lino to show what we can do with the application in the back end.
Okay. Well, guys, we just showed you what we had, what we have been done using Zen, right? And with this data, we go back to HANA. So in this case, we are getting all nurses' data that they are fulfilling day by day using their report, right? So suppose we have millions of data in a HANA box. Suppose we can run a predictive analysis in this box to predict what kind of event can I have with my patient if the blood pressure or if the pulse is above or below the pattern. their peer comparison pattern. That's what we have in the computer, in the predictive analysis. So we built it using predictive analysis and HANA in 30 hours, right?
So this is what we've done. An application that could be deployed, an application that addresses 3 main areas, makes health professionals spend more time caring for patients and less time figuring out what to do. It allows people to receive the care that they need, and it reduces the entire cost of the system because the healthcare companies can do more with the same resources. And with that, we all win. Thank you very much, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well done. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Nurse Assist. It'll help both the nurses and also will help prevent future diseases with the predictive analysis. And what's interesting as well is this was the first time we've actually used the so-called design thinking methodology to develop this, where we start off really looking at the end user and then designing around that. And it's a methodology that SAP is using more and more. And you'll see that coming out some of the stuff that Sam Yen talked about this morning. So now the next demo we've got here, we've got a Christmas tree on stage. How lovely. It's called Minty Green Energy, okay? Now, the problem is often you hear about these utility companies going, yes, we can measure how much power you're using inside your house. But can you really do that yourself? Probably not. And then you've got the problem that Sanjay was talking about this morning, where he's got this argument with his wife, turn the thermostat up, no, turn it down, turn it up, turn it down. I think many of us know what it feels like to be in that position. And what we've got today here, we've got Michael, who's a PhD computer science graduate of Stanford University. And as you can see, he's a student because he's got that I'm being dragged through a hedge backwards look. And he's going to present to us Minty Green, which is the project that he's been working on. So we have 6 minutes on the clock. Are you ready, Michael?
Yes, thank you, Ian.
OK, off you go.
All right, hi, everyone. My name is Michael Fisher, and I went to an event a while ago, and I learned about 2 things there. I learned about SAP HANA, and I also learned about this new thing called the Home Green Button Initiative. And what the Home Green Button Initiative is it's a thing where you can where your smart meter in your house will upload exactly how much energy you're using to a server. And I saw the Home Green Button Initiative, and I also saw the SAP HANA in-memory database, and I said, hey, these 2 things could go together really, really well. So that's what I did, is I used the powerful SAP HANA database along with this Home Green Button Initiative, which is a democratic way to get access to your energy. And I did a mashup between them. So on the screen here, what we have is, this is the first part, it's the mashup. So now we can see exactly how much energy we're using over the course of a month. And what's cool about this is you can be like, oh, here's our energy usage over the month. That's interesting. You know, we can see it varies pretty periodically. We can zoom into certain parts of it and get a real-time insight into it. And this is all on SAP HANA. And then, so now we can zoom into a specific part, and we can say, oh, wow, during this peak, there's a peak time right here. And this is looking at aggregate data to try and determine when other people are using energy as well. And these are really, really powerful tools for the energy company to allow them to monitor and determine the proper load and distribute electricity. And it got me thinking. I was like, oh, wow, like, this is a super powerful tool. And then it got me thinking, like, what was I doing during this peak right here that made it go up? And what could I do about that would allow me to actually like use those powerful tools that are available to the energy companies and make them democratic to allow anyone to use them? So that's what really the second part of this demonstration is this thing. I said, OK, so I have a tool. And so the only way to really need this tool is nothing like it exists is what I want. So what I want to do is I have to build it. So what I did is I actually built this computer. Now, it looks like, to a lot of you, it looks like you say, Michael, this isn't, it's Halloween. Like, this isn't a computer. It's a power outlet. But it's actually a computer. And there's a full, like, so this is what's inside, is a complete networking stack and CPU and electronics and hardware and electrical equipment. And using this tool, we're able to democratize a lot of the powerful things that are in SAP HANA. So let me give you a demo of how it works. So we first go to this website, and you log in with your username, and you say, OK, this is interesting. Wait for the, and then it gives you like this little display, and you're like, OK, this is kind of interesting. So with Christmas coming up, we say, oh, wow, we're using a lot of energy. And then, whoa, there it goes. Like, there's this tree lit up. And then we can say, oh, but we want to go to bed later on, and so we want to go to the desk later. So there's the lamp going on right there now. And this is all being done completely remotely. So thank you. Thanks. So this computer, though it looks like a power outlet, it's actually a full computer, is actually going up to the cloud, looking to see either if you changed it or if you monitor it or how much electricity in the area other people are using. And then tomorrow, sort of a teaser, is I'm also going to be talking a lot more about the phone application. So you can imagine the phone, when you leave the house, all your appliances automatically go off that you set for it, and all the other ones will come on when you arrive home. So you don't have to even think about it. It just automatically works. So this outlet is monitoring to see what it should be doing from the cloud, and gaining these sort of powerful insights that were only previously available to the electricity company, and taking those really powerful concepts and saying, hey, it would be cool if everyone could use those. So we can do all the things. We can turn on the tree. We can turn on the floor lamp. And we can, because it's getting late, and there it goes. And then you can say, but we're in Las Vegas. It's really hot. What can we do? Oh, we can just automatically turn on the fan when it gets too hot. So the fan's on right now. And then right when we go to bed, we can turn everything off. And down the road, you want to be able to modify all the different things. So, you plug something else into the desk lamp slot, and you say, we want to replace it with speakers. So then it automatically saves the changes and updates that. So this is sort of a demo. This shows you how you can use this thing called Mr. Power to control your appliances that's based on top of this cloud. And if you would like to, you can get your own actually virtualized Mr. Power if you'd like. And you just go to mrpower.me, and you can turn on the fan, you can turn on the speakers, you can turn on the TV, you can do whatever you want. And this is it. So thus, in conclusion, using SAP HANA, using Mr. Power, we're able to enable tools that were previously only available to the electricity company and make them more democratic to everyone. Thank you.
Excellent job. Very well done. Thank you very much, Michael. Excellent job. OK. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now you have the opportunity to actually, Michael, can people actually buy this or not? Come over here, because we need to clear you out of the way so we can then get the next one on there. So can you actually buy this, or what's the...
If you're interested, go to the website and get a virtualized demo of it. And there, you can put a little form to say you're interested in it if you're interested. And of course, if there's interest, maybe it could happen.
OK, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lovely hair. Thank you. Right. OK. I'll admit I'm just jealous. So, now obviously, OK. So what I'm going to do now is we have to wait for a couple of minutes while the next guys put on their stuff. So I'm going to bridge the gap by throwing out a few more hats here and there. Oops, that went a bit wrong. We'll do some people over here. They've not had hats yet. So there, going over that way. Good catch, sir. Going over that way. One that way. And a final one there. OK, good job. OK, so I think we've seen some of the power of what SAP HANA can actually help us with. And we're going to have a look at our final demo today. As I said, we're obviously doing this. And this is a virtualized environment about shopping. Who doesn't love shopping? Now, obviously, one of the issues is shopping's a bit of a hassle. You have to get in your car, drive over to the store. Wouldn't it be much easier if you could do everything from home? And I'm not just talking about an Amazon experience. I'm talking about really thinking you're inside a shopping mall down the road. And what these guys have done is called Store Trek. And as you can see, Will and Nick are from Keytree in the beautiful country which is in Europe. It's an island. There are obviously not that many countries there, but I come from one of those, and they're also fellow landsmen from the Emerald land, which is England. And they're going to show us a 3D virtualized shopping environment. It's based on HANA with the NetWeaver Cloud environment. We heard Björn talking about that this morning. It uses Microsoft Connect, iPad, voice connectivity, and it's got everything up and running. Are you ready, guys? In that case, let's go shopping.
Well, good evening, everybody. So, here's the scenario. We all need to go shopping at some point in our lives, and currently there's two ways to do this. You can get in your car, drive to the shops, browse, and maybe make a purchase, but the problem with this is that it's time-consuming. It's not necessarily very environmentally friendly, and you face everyday shopping nuisances like crowds or bad traffic. The other way you can go shopping is, of course, online. And whilst this is way more convenient, you don't actually get the pleasure of walking around the store, browsing the shelves, and maybe buying something that you didn't know you wanted in the first place. So what we've tried to do is combine these two shopping experiences we've all done, mash them together with SAP, NetWeaver Cloud, and HANA, and we built something called StoreTrek. So, Will, should we go shopping?
Absolutely. So, on stage, we've got a normal TV, and we've got a regular PC running StoreTrek, and we're showing a 2D product at the moment. But let's add some StoreTrek magic with the help of voice recognition. Computer, launch application. Oh, maybe she's jet lagged.
Affirmative. Launching StoreTrek.
Thank you. So what's happening now is StoreTrek is populating our store. Now, today we're going shopping in a supermarket. And to do this, we're taking product data from one of the UK's largest retailers called Tesco. Now, Tesco have a publicly available API into which we've downloaded their entire product database into our NetWeaver Cloud platform. Now, the cloud platform, what it does then is it analyzes every single one of these 38,000 products, and based on their size and weight, it renders a 3D image and lays it out in our store for us. It also stores all of that information and all of the product information from every single one of these products in a HANA database. But how much data do we actually have?
Computer, how much data do you have?
Maybe she's got jet lag since we just arrived yesterday. Well, we'll leave that one. So, what we're going to do now is we've built the store, but we can't change the laws of physics, but what we can do is give you a new shopping experience. Will?
So, we didn't want to use a mouse or a keyboard. We wanted to use something that was kind of real, like you were actually in a store. So, we're using a Microsoft Connect to track my movements. And what I can do is I can actually walk towards the TV, and I can see more of the products, or I can walk further away to actually see more of the aisle. And I can even take that further and look down the aisle by just walking around the TV.
Now remember, guys, this is not a 3D TV. This is actually StoreTrek that's doing this for us.
So now we're actually shopping. We actually want to be able to buy something. And in a real store, you can just reach out and buy something. Same in StoreTrek. So I can reach out, and if I move forward, I can actually see some nutritional information, and then reach out further forward, and the product is now added to my online basket.
So we're imagining that you're probably going to be using StoreTrek at home. In a real shop, you'd have a trolley or a basket, and that's where you put your items. Well, if we're at home, we don't have one of those. So what did we do? We created a mobile application that's going to act as our basket. So we have here an iPad. If we can switch to the iPad, you can see that what we have, we've just added something. So Will, do you want to add something else?
Let's see, I'll add some honey nut.
OK. So what happens now is that mobile application talks to the NetWeaver Cloud platform. That actually talks to Will's real Tesco online grocery basket. As soon as it gets updated, it will then update the iPad application. You can see it's actually gone back on. So if we can switch back to the store now. Now maybe we want to go shopping for something else in the store.
Computer, show me tuna.
Say again.
Computer, show me tuna. No.
She's definitely got jet lag, so let's go on to tuna. Now, as I told you before, all of the product data is actually stored in a HANA database. Not only that, but all of Will's entire shopping history is also stored.
One moment.
Maybe she's getting a bit dizzy. Never mind. She'll come back in a minute. Don't worry, she'll come back. So what we actually do is we lay out the store according to Will's shopping history. So, thank you. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. What we've done is we've taken an entire product database, put it in NetWeaver Cloud, stored it in HANA, and then we're actually controlling HANA by voice and by gestures. We've done away with the keyboard, and we've done away with the mouse. And this could be perfect for people who might find it difficult to get to the shops. Shush. Anyway. But before we finish the demo, just one more thing. We've told you that every product is on HANA, right? Well, why not use the analytical power of HANA to filter our entire product database? And why would we do this? Well, let's imagine that you're on a calorie-controlled diet, or more importantly, maybe someone you know has a nut allergy and you want to make sure you don't buy anything with nuts. So let's see if we can filter the store.
Computer, only products with less than 120 calories.
1 moment.
She's still not happy.
Limiting shelf to 120 calories.
So what you can do is you can actually limit, thank you. You can limit what's in your basket. So that's about it, guys. Listen, what we've done is we've mashed together as many technologies as we could. We're using NetWeaver in the cloud. We're storing everything in HANA in the cloud. We've got a Microsoft Connect. We're doing it in 3D. It's controlled with gestures and voice. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the demo.
Well done, guys. And during rehearsals as well, we actually did the nut thing as well, and that worked beautifully. Yeah. It's nice to know that a virtual store assistant is just as dizzy as a real one, isn't it? Anyway, and as I said, as we were watching it in the rehearsals, we actually did the nut allergy one as well. So now we come to the time where we're going to start and your chance to vote for each of the 6 teams. Now, I told you it was going to be one of the best TechEds ever. I think you'll agree we've seen some phenomenal demos tonight. And what I want to do is invite all the teams up to come up on stage. So if I'm going to ask all the teams to come up, what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to line up the teams numbers 1 to 6 across the stage. And what I'm going to do is ask you to applaud each of them one after another. So we're going to start off, obviously, with Cooper Tires here. We've got number 2. Number 2, come over here. You're number 2. So number 2 we have over here. Number 3 we had was you guys. So you're just about there. Number 4, you stay here. 5, and you guys come over here. So we'll do it this way here. Okay. So I'm not sure quite that's the right order, but what the hell, we'll do it this order anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up behind each of them, and then I'm going to ask you to applaud. So just move over there. You don't want to be associated with those over there, do you? Okay. Don't want to have any fisticuffs, because this guy here is actually studying, and he's a martial arts expert. He's studying mixed martial arts. So all I'm saying is just be careful, okay? I'll tell you, some of our staff got a bit of a shock this afternoon. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go stand behind each of them, and then we're going to do a countdown, and I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I want you to applaud. And what we will do after we've done all 6, we will then reduce it down to 3, and then we'll do the same thing for the final 3. So to start off with Cooper Tire, the singularity, moving documents from one area to the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Well done, guys. Okay, Germantown, as we've seen here, food, you know, make sure that your avocado's not growing next to a nuclear power station. Obviously, one of the things I'm always, or I will be concerned about now. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Good job, guys. Next one, obviously, big problem in the company is when you've got nasty people sabotaging your business. 28% of companies have it. You don't want these guys in your business. Okay. So, are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, vote. My Christmas tree's shinier than your Christmas tree, and I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, okay? Are we ready? Minty green. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, vote. It's real. Okay. Nurse Assist, the ability then for the IMO jammers in 36 hours to put together an amazing demonstration of what you can do with SAP technology, HANA Predictive Analytics Mobile. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. It's a bit cheaty because the rest of the team's sitting down there, but don't worry. The microphones are dispersed evenly throughout the room, so you may get a high at this point, but not everywhere. Okay. And lastly, Captain Spock and his assistant Scotty, who have been doing Store Trek. The ability to go shopping virtually with your Kinect. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! That's right. Don't give yourself the clap. Okay. Right. Okay, so what's going to happen now is we have a HANA database backstage, which is a member of the 10K club. And it is going to be calculating and crunching the results. Now, normally that would take a week. But thanks to SAP HANA, it's going to take less than 5 minutes. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is actually talk to somebody who last year, oh, by the way, before I forget, don't forget, you can be up here on stage next year. It's going to be here at the Venetian from October the 21st to the 25th, Las Vegas next year, so already put that in your calendar. And while our HANA computing is also working out the results, and don't forget we've got the iPod Touch to give away, you have to be here to win it, I'm going to talk to one of our previous winners from last year. So would you welcome please on the Marek. Hi Marek, welcome back. Now, many of you may remember Marek, he won the InnoJam last year with a product called InnoBoard. So just remind the ladies and gentlemen what InnoBoard was about.
So for those of you who weren't here, InnoBoard is a mobile phone application that you can use to turn any flat surface into a smartboard. And you only need a mobile phone, that application, and a projector. Now that you've done it, you can collaborate with anyone around the world. You can share your smartboards. You can have them contribute to it. And the motto or the punchline of the demo was that the application is effectively a whiteboard in your pants.
Yes. OK. I'm not sure that's politically correct, but because in England, pants are not what they are in America. Right. They're the extra layer underneath them. But anyway, OK. So, because when I met him, he said, is that a whiteboard in your pocket? Or anyway, but we're not going there. Right. OK, so after you won InnoJam last year, what happened to you? I hear first thing you did, you managed to escape from Australia. Woo! Land of... wait. Land of criminals. Hey, don't forget, I'm a colonist.
I'm only on probation, so I might come back.
Okay. So you left Australia and you moved to Singapore.
I moved to Singapore, and after the demo, I had tremendous support from inside from SAP, and we spent 12 months on actually turning what I showed you as a demo into a proper application. The first thing I was asked to do is to change the name of the application. So now the official name of the application is IdeaWall. The application has just been finished a couple of weeks ago. We got all of the approvals, and when I come back from Las Vegas, we're going to push the last button and have it submitted to the App Store. And guess what? Give Apple some time for the approval process. You'll have the application in the App Store, and you'll be able to download it and use it for free of charge.
From when? The beginning of December? Or when? So, ladies and gentlemen, what an excellent Christmas present. Wow. You can gift the application to your loved one. Thank you, Apple. Okay. Do you have a mock-up? Now we're going to talk about it. Can you actually show us what's going to happen to it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't have a
quick look at the mock-up.
proper application that we're submitting. So if we could try to use that Elmo and see whether we can see my phone. So in the upper left corner, you can see the application. This is the one that we're submitting. It's called IdeaWall, and when I tap on that, now please don't tweet now because we need network. All right, thanks. I cannot really do the proper demo. If you remember, I had to connect it to a projector and so on. But what I wanted to show you is that icon. I love the name. It says My Stuff. So I'm going to tap on My Stuff, and it's going to load a couple of whiteboards that I have that I can share. And I have just been invited to one of them, and that's the interesting part. So I let Ian test the application, and he created one whiteboard. He invited me. Now, I was wondering whether I should accept or reject it. And, he made a very offensive comment about Australia. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am Australian, and I thought this was very offensive. Okay. Therefore, that's a perfect example of Australian sense of humor. And yes, I'm going to accept that invitation.
Okay, good.
So that's the application.
Wow, that's a relief, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you. Right. Thank you very much. Excellent job. Well done, Marek, as I said. So, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, really, what we do here at TechEd Demo Jam, you've seen the amazing stuff. Several of these things I really believe will be made into products. And you yourself can be up here next year. We've changed the rules slightly, whereas before we used to have submissions just by SAP. It's no longer the case now. We have to have a very good business case from a customer or partner to be up here. So it's your chance to be up here next year in SAP TechEd Demo Jam, and we'd love to see you. And all of the submissions can be done via developers.sap.com. That is the central site for you to be able to find out what's going on and to get more information about everything you've seen here. Now, I've been told we are now ready to announce the top 3. But before I do that, I'd just like to say congratulations to all the guys. I think they did a fantastic job. Really, really good stuff today. So if we can get the top 3 up, and we will see who the 3 winners are who are going into the next one. We have Food Agent, Minty Green, and Store Trek. Well done, guys. So thank you very much. Unfortunately, the rest of you, bye-bye. Thank you very much. We appreciate. Excellent job. As I said, you're all winners. Well, yeah, we're not. Okay. But anyway, good job. Okay, so we're left over with our 3 finalists here on stage. So we're going to go through the same process again. We're going to ask you to applaud for each of them one more time, and then we will announce the winner, who's going to have the chance to hold that delightful cup over there and get their name engraved in solid brass. Okay. So here we go again. So the first one, Food Agent, the ability to work out if your avocado is contaminated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, vote! It's great. I love this. He's so small. We had to get a box for him to stand on so he could look over the top of the demo bar. But it's really great to be here because, I can see you as well. Good job, guys. Okay. The ability to be able to turn on any electrical appliance of your wish, like a hairdryer. Or even curling tongs, anything. Okay. Are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, vote now. And finally, Store Trek, the ability to be able to let's go shopping anytime, any place, anywhere, provided you've got a Connect and a whole load of PC equipment in your living room. Okay. Are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the 3 teams. So while we're waiting for our excellent HANA computer member of the 10K club to crunch those results, we're now going to have the drawing of the winner of the iPod Touch. So if I could ask lovely Laura to come up. Lovely Laura has got the iPod Touch and a huge number of cards that have been put in there. Remember, you have to be here to win it. It's one of the actual things. So I'm going to ask. Obviously, Beauty takes the... so what you want to do, close, look away, put your hand in, and pull it out. My name's Kimball. It's the one at the bottom. OK, and we have the winner here. It's from Hunter Douglas, and it is Praveen Marban. So is Praveen here in the room? I probably made a huge hash of pronouncing that. Do we have Praveen here? Yes, there he is. Congratulations. So, well done and congratulations. Thank you for attending. Both of excellent job. Well done. Enjoyed TechEd Demo Jam? It's been good. And we've enjoyed even more now. Well done. Congratulations. So thank you very much, Heather. Lovely Heather. Thank you, Laura. Thank you very much. OK, so are we ready? We are ready to announce the result. I'm going to announce 3rd place. Oh, one other thing. Don't forget, if you want to see and meet the demo jammers before we announce, here is the actual thing where you can actually meet them. OK, wrong slide. OK, don't worry about it. We'll put it up afterwards. OK, so in 3rd place, we have... Minty Green, the Barbishers. Oh, thank you very much for playing. Oh, excellent job. Well done, but as I said. So come closer, guys. So now it's between these two. I really can't say which one's going to win because they're both superb demos, absolutely excellent. So can we please announce the winners? And the winner is Store Track. Well done. Excellent job, guys. Very well done. Congratulations. Okay. Good job, guys. Oh, okay. Right, okay, so thanks, guys. Stay up here because you're excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to hand over the trophy to the winners. Congratulations. Just stand there. There you go. One handle each. Be careful. It's a bit slippery. And take a few photographs. Well done to the winners of SAP Demo Jam 2000. And can we get all the guys up on stage for photos? So all the teams come back. Okay, if I can ask all the teams, Sebastian, Tobias, if you can all come up so we can take the final photos. Come on up, all the teams. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your evening and see you next year. Thank you very much.